What's up, family? I'm going to dive straight into it because I know what I got to say is on point now. I was just on live and out of the blue, my phone overheated. Never happened before. And shut down my live. So I know what I am saying needs to be said. So I'm going to reiterate what I said. The power to heal is within me, and I have the mighty power to heal myself. For I am a healer, and I can heal myself in all my relations. For all my relations are my reflection. Therefore, as I heal myself, I heal all my relations. Y'all share this live. They don't want it out. Like I said, my phone overheated and shut off. I ain't used my phone today. What's going on? Psalms 35. I implore you to read it. Read it. There's more protection scriptures other than just Psalm 23. Read Psalm 35. Read Psalms in general. That's the book of our ancestors. I won't go too deep into it, but y'all make sure you do it. All right? Y'all know how I do. Got my little handy dandy notepad. First off, I want to say, if you still believe that Kanye West is crazy, you're the problem. If you believe that Kyrie Irving is crazy, you're the problem. You're the problem with us as a collective. You're not paying attention if you believe that Kanye West is crazy. If you believe that Kyrie Irving is what they say, you're a part of the problem. One thing I want us to continue to do or stop doing, one thing I want us to stop doing is stop accepting what they are telling us our people is. I want us to stop. I want us to stop going along with what they say. I want us to stop making fun of each other, especially when we are in a bad predicament. We gotta stop. If you think Kanye West is crazy, if you think Martin Lawrence was crazy, if you thought Michael Jackson was crazy, if you went along with Bill Cosby's scandal, you are part of the problem in our community because you're not paying attention and you're going along to get along. And the reason we are down and will continue to be down is if we continue to listen to what they are telling us and not picking up a damn book, YouTubing or Googling the truth. Prince was considered crazy at one point too. Y'all remember Prince used to write slave on his face, trying to get out of a contract, a death plague. A lot of you are in death contracts. What is a mortgage? A death. Mort means death. A lot of our parents don't get out of a mortgage. They're not supposed to. And even if you own your home, it doesn't belong to you. It will never belong to you. The way the system is set up. When these people decide to speak out, they're risking their lives. And with you going along to get along or just speaking and you ignorant to what's going on behind the scenes, Kanye, what these celebrities see will never be exposed to. So if they start talking, listen. When they start picking at people like a Cat Williams, all of a sudden like he said, he's been arrested many of times, a plethora of times. He has never been charged. They tried to say Martin Lawrence was crazy. He was running in the streets. Tried to say he was on drugs. They tried to say that Dave Chappelle was on crack. These people are speaking out and telling you that something is going on. And yet, we as a people, we laugh and we say they're crazy. We go along to get along. We jump in the voting lines. We go out there and we vote thinking that that's going to change something. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm going to state some unpopular opinion. You ever watch a child or children playing and one child might have what the other child wants? So that child will act like what they have. The child that wants something will act like, oh my God, what I have is so amazing and it's so great. And so the child that has what that child that's pretending wants goes and begins to pay attention to it, and they decide to switch. That child might have some kind of satisfaction after reversing the toys. But the one who didn't have what they wanted, that was just pretending, actually got the prize. Our ancestors believed that if I do this, something great is going to happen. And it never did. The definition for insanity is doing something, continuing to do something without seeing a change in results. That's insanity. Every year, or every 4 years, or every 2 years, we gotta vote, 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 we gotta vote. Nothing is changing. The Bible says, come out of this untoward generation. I might not be saying it right. That's what the Bible says. We have to come out. Look into why a driver's license and the voter registration are so important for you to have. Look into why it's being pushed on us. Everything that you do, they asking you, you want to vote? You want to vote? You want to vote? Why? Look into that. Look into that. I want to talk to you about your children, y'all. I want to talk to y'all about the school system. Parents, I don't know how y'all feel. I don't know how y'all feel about that. But actually, ask your child some questions you think they should know. Like, just begin to, like, really question your children. Like, have a conversation and try to pick their brain. Because I'm telling you now, the school system has failed tremendously. Tremendously. We dropped the ball when we started allowing these people to tell us that everybody wins. Everybody don't win. Stop teaching your children that everybody wins. Because what happens is you create a child that is entitled. They feel like I'm supposed to win even when I didn't do the work to win. So now you have people that are shooting up schools, shooting up grocery stores. This stuff been going on, but we're starting to do it. You have this stuff happening because we told them that everybody wins in a world where we know that shit ain't true. Everybody don't win. You have to teach your children that you gotta work for what you want. You gotta put in the work. And sometimes when you put in the work, you still don't get the result that you're looking for. You have to teach your children what the school is not teaching them, because the school is just babysitting children today. We drop the ball when we let them say, hey, everybody wins. Wrong. We dropped the ball when we let them pass our children when we knew that they weren't ready. Talk about No Child Left Behind. So half of the children can read, right? Just say words, but they can't comprehend. They can't explain to you what they just read. And a lot of them can't read. Period. We was already on a damn third grade level. The majority of Americans, when it came down to reading. Now the children can't read. They can't comprehend what they read. But every year, Facebook is full of my child going to school, my child this, my child that. You know, y'all showing pictures of them and y'all children is dumb. Y'all got to get offended. And that's why I'm saying what I am saying. Sit down and question your children. Sit down and ask them about history, what you learned in history. Because if what we learned when we was in school, the type of history that we learned, they trying to take that little bit out. And then I got out of school and learned so much more of us that we didn't know anything about. Now they trying to get rid of this, what is it, critical race theory thing. I watched the lady, this is South Carolina, I watched the lady say, she said, we want to teach the children about their heritage. We just want to take the emotion out of it. You want to take the emotion out of race? How is that possible? The only way that a person will not empathize or sympathize with the next is if you take it all out completely. They taken out Martin Luther King. They barely taught about Malcolm X. They trying to take all of us out of history. In places like Texas, they already started making a textbook portray us as coming over here willingly and working willingly. How do we take those things out of school, but we put it in movies? There's at least 20 damn racial movies a year. Slavery movies. But we taking it out of school, make it make sense. They are afraid to teach on Marcus Garvey. They are. So what do we have to do? We have to come out from this untoward generation. We got to pull ourselves out. We have to stop speaking against each other. And we have to say, hey, maybe if you can't homeschool your child, then you best be quizzing them. You better be quizzing them. What's up? What's up, B Major? What's up, Shell Bell? What's good, Gerard? Y'all better be quizzing them. We starting to do some dumb shit. Our children are beginning to do what we thought we would never do. And it's because of the way the system is set up. And if y'all going to vote, then don't just get in there and say, I'm going to vote just to say I voted. Don't just get in there and say, I'm going to vote straight. You can't do that. You can't do that. That ain't for us anyway. We have to come out of this untoward generation. We have to teach our children ourselves. Half our kids can't tell time without the digital. They pull their phones out or they got a digital watch. Half of them can say words but can't explain what they said. The school basically told you with No Child Left Behind that they were just passing our children, and you proud? The grading scale has changed. I believe now the 60s, somewhere in the 60s is a D. So they still, even though the No Child Left Behind is gone, they still trying to make it to where that's an F. That was an F. They're making it easy for them to just get out. If y'all not worried, let me put it like this. This supposed to be the people that's going to be taking care of you in the old folks home, or taking care of your parents in the old folks home, or taking care of you in the hospital. That should make you afraid. I get upset when I'm driving. Let me tell you this. When you see a yield sign, that little triangle, that means slow down. That don't mean you looking this way and trying to beat me. I'm not. If this is traffic, and this sounds funny, but it's true. This is why we dying stupidly, because we giving people stuff that don't deserve it. Everybody don't win. You need to work a little bit. You need to drive. You need to experience different things. When you're in, you don't. When you see a yield sign, that means you slow down. You might have to stop. You don't speed up to beat oncoming traffic. When you are in a median, you get in the median. The median is to help you get across. You get in the median and you sit until there is an opening to get in. You don't ride the median. Why don't you ride the median? You don't ride the median because somebody else coming from the opposite direction might be trying to get in the median as well. So if you ride in the median, you're making it to where the next person can't get in to get over, and you gonna cause an accident. We dying for stupid things. Teach your children how to travel, how to drive. When you're trying to turn or get in another lane, put on a signal light. Don't just try to beat the next person. Like, y'all making life hard. As an experienced driver who pays attention, I'm riding looking at you, and I have to make a decision for you to slow down because I see that you're trying to do something. Instead of you just simply putting on your signal light to let everybody else know that, hey, I want to do something. Everybody not against you. We just don't know what you're doing, and I shouldn't have to guess what you're doing. But since you won't tell me what you're doing by using your signal light, I have to make a decision for you so that I can save my damn self. Y'all ain't worried? Y'all not tired of what's going on? We dying prematurely because stupid shit like that. Which brings me to my next point. The church. When I speak on church, y'all, I'm not attacking the church. I am the church. You are the church. The Bible says you are the church. Where you go is a temple. Y'all got to learn how to differentiate the two. You're worshiping a building. Ain't nothing in that building. Ain't nothing in there. When you walk in there, your spirit brings the church. You are the church. God is in you. Luke 17 says, don't continue to look here or there, for the kingdom of heaven is within. The building is just a place that we come and we fellowship together. So why is this so important? And why is this so near and dear to my heart? Because I came up in the church. I am the church. I came from a group of people who wanted to help, who wanted to, if helping was just a prayer, that's all I have to give. But I'm here and I'm willing, and what I'm doing is from my heart. Now, the church of today is just full of dancing and people trying to out-sing each other. People trying to out-shout each other. People trying to outplay each other. I'm a musician. I see it. You playing, we can hear you. The guitar come in, you turn your piano up. Why we can't play together? Why is competition all around? It's unnecessary shit going on. And it's frustrating. And you should be very afraid. They say that the more you know, the less happy life is. And the reason that is because everybody that you're looking at, it's like if y'all saw The Woman King, there's a part in there where when they're coming home after a battle, her friend is telling her, smile, these people are happy to see you. And she says, they don't know the danger that they face. That's why they're happy. I'm not happy because I know what's coming. We wasting time talking about celebrities. We wasting time going in a building playing church. or having a pastor that's still talking about the homosexuals is trying to tear up your church. We wasting time. Why did I say homosexuals? Because we've been out of a building for 2 years. I went to a service with my mom. I sung. Service was great. We about to turn out. They let the pastor say something because he ain't said nothing all service. You know what he got? He got up and said, I am, something was on me since last night. Lord, something was on me since last night. And I got to say it. I got to say this because if you are a homosexual, you going to hell. You will not make heaven. And I just sat there and I nodded, because he was an older man. And like, stuff like that really don't move me, y'all. But it bothers me because it's like, that's where we at? We still there? We still on that? We still fighting that? When in 2021, I got statistics pulled up. There were over 1,200 rapes in South Carolina alone. Out of that, 102 were white children. Okay, no. Because it says Hispanic or Latino. Oh, okay. This is females. 558 were under 18. They were white. 351 were black, females. 68 were white boys. 65 were black boys that were raped. And we preaching on homosexuality. That's where we at. That's where we're at. Let's go a little further. Let's look at how many murders was in South Carolina. How many people were murdered in just South Carolina that were reported. 566 murders were reported. This is last year. 566 murders were reported. 398 were cleared. 434 people that got murdered were adults, and 41 people were children. That's murder. That's manslaughter. Negligent manslaughter, meaning probably getting killed in a car accident or doing something, not just being careless. 31 were reported. 24 were cleared. 23 were adults, and 4 were children. But we on homosexuality. Kidnapping and abduction reported was 1,114. 699 were cleared. 482 were adults, and 20 were juveniles. Forcible rape, 1,909. Forcible sodomy. Sodomy is the behind, when you're getting raped in the behind. That's 404. Sexual assault with an object, 209. Forcible fondling, usually against their will, 1,825. Incest, meaning you messing with your family member, usually that uncle or that daddy or that auntie, because a lot of women are doing it too. 28. Incest. But we talking about the church. We talk about homosexuality. That's what the church is preaching on. That's the problem in the world. Statutory rape, meaning adults messing with little kids. This is just South Carolina. 245 that were reported. Aggravated assault, 21,580. But the church is preaching on homosexuality. Simple assault, 58,929. Intimidation that were reported. Could be with police brutality and all that. 12,630. Human trafficking, 29. But that's what we preaching on. But we ain't touching none of this. They still got purse snatching, arson, robbery. Older women are getting murdered. 2 happened this year in a close-knit community, Pineville. One of the young men in their late 20s, early 30s beat up an old lady, beat her to death. But the church preaching on homosexuality. Another woman in her early 60s doing missionary work, helping somebody out in the community, get shot to death. But the church is preaching on homosexuality. Am I offended of the homosexuality bashing? No, I am not. I could give 2 you know whats. I am offended because shit you can fix, we are not speaking on. We are not speaking on. We are dropping the ball. Why are you not boycotting what's being taught in the community? Why are you not boycotting what's being played on the radio? If they were not trying to program us, why is it that a DJ cannot break an artist anymore because the DJ cannot play what they want? When it comes down to this Cumulus station that you be hearing, that commercial, it's a Cumulus station. How I know all this? I'm a rapper. How I know all this? Because there was a time I was on the radio. How I know all this? I can't get on the radio no more because they ain't coming from a label. And the DJs can't break you no more. They might get in trouble. They might try to slip you in there. But they can't play us no more. They can only play the same 40 songs. Why is it that on 95.1 or 95.9, just in South Carolina, why is it that they can play pop, hip hop, all these different things? Why is it that the urban station can only hear the same 40 songs of kill, murder, rape, bitches, hoes, niggas, that, F this, the ops. You know what's sad? That these people are saying the ops and the children are quoting these things and ask them what ops is. They don't even know that that's an abbreviation for a word. But we talking about the same thing in the place that's supposed to be our safe haven, in a place that's supposed to be the hospital for the soul. We bashing the people that's coming in, making them not want to come in. And we worship in the pastors. We're looking to them as that is our God. And all this stuff I just read in there, I preach Jesus. You know, that's that's how they talking now. I preach Jesus. You know, when they in the worship, I preach Jesus. The Bible says. The Bible. And then say, watch this. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all not tired? Y'all are not tired? Are y'all not afraid? Maybe you don't know what it feels like to actually get your soul fed. Maybe you think that's how it's supposed to be. It ain't. It's not. Why am I calling out the church? Because I am the church. I come from the church. And what we seeing up today in churches is not of God. It's not. A lot of the pastors are watching other pastors on YouTube, regurgitating information, regurgitating style. You know, they not teaching you. They not feeding your soul. They playing with you. They wasting time. And we ain't got time to waste. The generation that's coming up behind us is lost. They lost. I challenge you to ask your child some random questions that you think they should know. With the grade that they're in, ask them. Ask them. It's not like how it used to be where you could go in your child's book bag and see if they did their work. Everything is on that computer. They can literally open another tab and cheat. So if your child is failing, what is that telling you? They're too lazy to cheat, or they just know they're going to pass anyway. So I'm just not going to do the work. And this is supposed to be our doctors. This is who's supposed to be taking care of us. With the shooting that just happened in Virginia, that was one of ours. When we was growing up, things like that happened, we would be, no, that ain't us. What happened? Everybody win. Everybody's a winner. So now that when they get older and they get into this real world and realize that I ain't win, what you mean? What you mean? I ain't win. My heart on eyes. They don't know how to take a loss. Why are we so strong? We used to losing. We used to being the underdogs. We knew we had to fight for whatever it is that we wanted. So if you giving a child entitlement, setting it up for a world, for them to go out in this world, you doing them a disservice. You are. You are. Y'all go back. I ain't about to be on here long. Please teach your children how to drive. We dying senselessly on these roads. A lot of y'all don't know how to drive no more. Little simple stuff. What's the median for? For you to get in and relax until there's an opening. You don't ride that. You're causing accidents. Yield means slow down. You don't speed up to beat oncoming traffic. They're not supposed to stop. You're wrong. Texting. Stop swerving in other people's lane. You can talk the text. Put your little thing up put your little holder up and put the phone there before you start driving. Put on your little music, everything's so simple. Why are we dying for stupid shit? Teach our sons how to drive, how to shoot. Everybody want a gun but don't know how to use it. I watched this guy, he said the worst thing in the world is a guy who has a gun that's afraid. He afraid, but he got a gun. And he ain't know how to use it on top of that. All these kids riding around just shooting people up, never hit the target they're supposed to hit. Kill thousands of people. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? If I'm coming off angry, it's because I am. I'm disappointed with what we're facing right now. Get in that phone and get on TikTok and check what your children is doing. Like, y'all gotta be doggone police. Because what they are exposed to. Yep. What the kids are exposed to nowadays, we can't fathom. Why is porn such a scary thing? Because porn desensitizes the person who's watching it. It makes them look at that female as an object. Like, that's what's supposed to happen. So they don't look at this female as something with feelings. They look at it as something that I'm supposed to have to release how I am feeling. That's why porn is so detrimental. When you look at a person like Kanye West, who suffered with pornography addiction, and he talks about it and he says it in his documentary, it makes sense of why he got with a person like Amber Rose and a person like Kim Kardashian, who has a sex tape, who he can visually live out that fantasy. And then they turn around and they dope him up with all kinds of medicine, and now they're trying to keep him from his black children. And he's releasing the text messages and all these things that these people are saying, and you talk about Kanye West is against you, and he telling you, hey, they kidnapped me, they drugged me, and then he's showing you the text message where the man is admitting it and saying he gonna do it again. And Kanye crazy, man. The man telling you. I went back to Prince. Prince was telling you, I'm a slave. I bet half of y'all don't know that Prince's name wasn't Prince when he died. We knew him as Prince, so we continue to call him as Prince. But his name was that guitar symbol because he couldn't technically use the word Prince anymore. So he made his name a symbol. Dave Chappelle, they telling you. We sitting there, we gotta vote, we gotta vote, we gotta vote. Unpopular opinion, that's not gonna change nothing. You have to come out of the system. Bring your children out of the system. Homeschool your children. Only reason we're not homeschooling our son is because he wants to go to school. He was homeschooled for 2 years. He want to go to school, boom. Is the school failing him? It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. But this is the system. School don't teach you how to survive. School teaches you how to work. How to sit and do what you are told. Do we really want that for our children? Tell your children to read. Give them a book and tell them to read, and then ask them to tell you what it said. And see if they can explain it, not just regurgitate what they read. That's what's wrong with the church. We are regurgitating books, but can you tell me what it means? Explain Psalm 23. Explain the book of Ecclesiastes. Explain Psalm 54. Explain. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all make sure y'all check out 777. It's available. I'm about to get off here because my phone is blowing up. Check out 777-666. All available on everywhere you can listen to music. Continue to be the change that you want to see. I love y'all. I'm out. Subscribe to the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry podcast. Peace.